I'm Jeremy Lewis, and my daddy's had me fishing since the age of 4. Anywhere there's water, I'll find the fish. Today, my brother Ben and our friend Dan head down to Yosemite National Park, where we're going to go after the trout and the bass in the lakes and streams of this beautiful countryside. We hope you enjoy the show. So we settle in on site number 70, located in Yosemite Creek, just north of Yosemite Valley. Upon arrival, we're just taking it easy, kicking back, having a couple beers, and just enjoying this beautiful place. It's actually one of the most remote campsites that I've ever camped at, but that's just my style.
What's up?
It's game time.
Alright. Who wants the crawdad? Who wants the crawdad?
We got every bait you can imagine, but for right now we're going to be using the rubber lures for the bass.
So we got to put the hook to catch the fish. Gotta tie a good knot so they don't get off.
One important thing you have to do when fishing in the park is you have to crimp the barbs. Of course, this makes them much harder to catch, but it keeps the fish looking pretty. We're going to be using what's called the Texas rig. As you can see here, Ben's putting the hook inside the worm, which allows you to drag the lure through the grass where the fish are without getting snagged.
Alright, just heading out of the campsite. We're going to go over to Siesta Lake for a little while. One of the many lakes here in Yosemite. We're going to throw a bunch of stuff at them, but we got this little skirt tail. Basically simulates a crawdad in the water. Smallmouth bass love it.
All right, let's get a little close-up of this guy now that we're not bumping around in the car. I've caught a lot of my trophy bass on this lure here. It really emulates the fish's natural prey. Especially when there's a lot of rocks, you got a lot of crawdads. So as you can see me jigging this bait through the water here, really trying to make it look as natural as possible. Although this lake is beautiful, it's very shallow. It's only about 3 feet in most of the lake, which unfortunately means there's not going to be a whole lot of fish.
Got a little boo-boo.
So we give it about an hour or so, and then we decide it's time to move on.
For real?
The sights in this park are truly unbelievable. It's about 1,190 square miles. It would take a lifetime to truly explore all of that. We drive about an hour and stop just outside the valley. We find a couple really nice fishing holes. The only downside, it's a bit dangerous, so it's tough to film down there. But when all's said and done, Dan comes up with the first fish of the day.
Got this guy down at the Merced River, Yosemite. It's a good day. About to cut him up, have some dinner.
All right. Dan pulled in the a brown trout today. It's cool. Look at those spots on there. It's one of the most weary trout. It's like the hardest to catch too, man. Nice job.
Yeah.
About to cook up some grub over here. Oh, looks awesome. Got a little butter in there and some brown trout cooking up. Yeah. Old Reliable. So Dan nicknamed this big log Old Reliable. It literally burned the entire duration of our camp. After an amazing dinner, we close out day one. For the rest of the night, we're sitting back, sipping on Ben and Dan's homebrew IPA. The stuff was amazing.
I'm Ben Lewis, and this is Teaser Morning.
I must admit, I was a little startled by being woken up with the flashlight taser. But we have bigger threats in this camp. Bears.
Goodbye, baby.
So after a nice hearty breakfast, we get all geared up and decide to go hiking for the day. And go check out some of the most awesome hikes that this park has to offer. But first, Ben Lewis on the air guitar. Vernal Falls, a 1.5 mile steep climb to the top. These little ground squirrels were all over the place. They crawl right up on you and take the food out of your hand.
All right, there we go. Keep going. Oh shit.
What's up, buddy? Come on.
Here we go. Sorry.
So after we get down off the mountain, we run back to the car. These boys are in need of some beer.
Cheers. Good ass shit.
Now that was an amazing hiking trip, but I'm ready to eat. And tomorrow, Daddy gonna catch some fish. So as I watch old Reliable burn bright, all I'm thinking about is a fish I'm going to be catching tomorrow.
We're going to go after the trout today at some of the rivers and maybe stop along a couple lakes. So what we've got here, these lures that we're going to be using, we have the Castmaster, which basically simulates a minnow in the water as it goes along. Trout love these things. And then we have the rooster tail. Same thing, you know, just kind of looks like a water bug, has the spinner on it. Very good, also really good for bass. So we're going to start with some trout and then probably go after some more bass later too. So let's see what we can do.
So we set out for the day not knowing where we're going to go to fish. And Dan picks up a hitchhiker. The amazing thing is, he tells us where to find the most awesome lake in the park. Saddlebag Lakes, located on the northeast end of the park. It's a little windy and cold out here, and we're a little underdressed, but we're going to make it work. If you couldn't tell by the snow, the elevation's about 9,000 feet. Pretty awesome place, really. Looked like a family-run business. The gentleman inside told me the trout were biting. A little too cold for the bass, but we're going to give her hell.
We're gonna use this big silver Castmaster here. Looks like a minnow.
Did you put the weights on before it?
You want the slider weights on too?
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna put some extra weight on it because this lake is really deep. That guy in that little bucket said it's about 100 feet deep in some parts. So that means we have to get the lure down into the water. So we're gonna try a little trolling behind the boat here and see what happens. See some of those weights. It's not too cold when we're not moving.
See the slider weight goes on there. These things can slide like that. It just makes it more mobile.
So after trolling for a little while, we didn't have any bites. So we head over to the north end of the lake where it's deep. Trout like really cold water. And as you can tell by the snow, this water's cold. So we drop the anchor and decide to give it a shot. As Dan's rigging up his pole, Ben's actually getting a few bites off the back of the boat. It's a good sign. Trout are a very smart fish. You got to be really quiet, so it's a bit of a challenge not to make any noise in the boat. Also, when you catch a trout, the mouth is very, very soft. So when you set the hook, you got to be very careful, or else they're going to get off. After about an hour, I finally got one on the line. He's a pretty good fighter, but you got to be real careful getting him in. It's not a very big fish, but it's a rainbow trout, and they're a hell of a fight. Oh, hell, round two. This baby's a little bigger.
Nice.
Damn, scare me. Thought I was starting to go to sleep for a second and this baby hits it.
It's a nice rainbow. It's 12 inches.
It's close. Yeah, it's like borderline.
Do we have a...
So it's getting a little late in the day, and we got to have the boat in by 5, so we decide to head back.
Hey boys, we've had some nice hits.
These guys were the real deal. They took really good care of us, and we were much obliged. It's a little lake guardian out patrolling the place. Alright, so we're going to pack it up in today. Pretty good day. Caught 3 rainbows. Pretty nice lake. A little cold out here, but we're going to try it again tomorrow, probably in the rivers. It's a nice place. Now that was some fishing, ladies and gentlemen. You don't get to go out on a lake like that every day. Little cold, but well worth it.
Time to eat.
So here we go. We got the filleted rainbow trout here. It's that little fish. Not a whole lot there, but it's going to be pretty darn good. I'm going to start out with a little bit of butter in this pan. Just heat that up. Alright, I think we're ready to rock and roll here. Fish is done. Voila. A plus.
A plus. Fresh fish.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Hell, look good.
A little bony.
A little bit.
dreamer.